Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Tlotlo, and I would like to give you guys a warm welcome back into my YouTube channel, Tutorials Program, where we inspire A students to achieve greatness through the mirroring. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to click on that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our future content. And also, if ever this video is helpful to you guys, the least you could do for me is to click on that subscribe on that like button. The least you could do for me is to click on the like button so that what I stay motivated to keep on doing this. At least I'll know that I'm making an impact somewhere. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight into today's video. So today I didn't have any intentions of doing the CPJ and the CRJ, but then people kept on calling saying I should do the CRJ and the CPJ. So I saw that CFS students, they have lowest number of views, and I thought to myself that maybe the CFS students are fine, so let me just end it there. And then they kept on calling saying, hey, so believe we want the CRJ and the CPJs. As you can see, I'm doing this extremely late. It is 10 o'clock here, 20 to 10 actually, 20 to 11. Yeah, 20 to 11. So I had no intentions of doing this, but then because the students need help, I said to myself, let me just go do it. So please do like if the video is helpful to you guys, and also do comment if there's anything specific you want me to focus on this question paper. Do comment. So I will be doing this CRJ and the CPJ, and then I'll end it there. If you guys want any more questions in this question paper, if you want me to do any more questions in this question paper, you'll just let me know in the comment sections, and then I will deal with that question paper, because I'm also writing just like you guys, so I also need to prepare and all that. So yeah, but then without losing any more time, let's get to today's video. We're doing our CRJ and the CPJ, but then mainly on this video we'll be doing our CPJ first. CRJ I think first. Let's see what is required first. So see which is the array. Okay, so if you missed any of my previous video, I was mainly focusing on these topics. Now we're going to our CRJ and our CPJ. So our cash receipt. So we need to start with our cash receipt. So we're starting with our cash receipts today. So what do we need to do? We need to process our cash book, process cash book, and then what? And then something like this will appear. Then something like this will appear. So this is your CPJ. So the yellow part is your CPJ, and then you click on the blue. The blue is your CRJ, as you can all see. And then always make sure that you are on the bank, on your bank. So you have your bank and you have your petty cash. So we are focusing on our bank here because we are looking at our CRJ and our CPJ. So yeah, this is it. So okay, so I'm not so confident with this. The real reason why I didn't want to do this is also mainly because I'm not so confident with our CRJ and our CPJ and the bank reconciliation, because you all know that bank reconciliation, at the end of the day, it needs to balance. If it doesn't balance, it means something might be wrong, unless maybe the question paper has some errors and stuff like that. But then it needs to balance. Yeah, it needs to balance. But then so let's do this. If ever maybe there are certain things I am not doing correctly, just let me know in the comment section so that I'm also able to fix, because we are all here helping each other. Okay? I'm not perfect, no one is perfect. So if ever maybe I'm making any mistakes in this question paper, just let me know on the comment section so that we can all fix the mistakes together. If you guys know something, let me know so that I also know, and then in the future I'll be able to make better videos for others. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. So the important thing is for all of us to have an understanding of what's really happening on our CRJ and our CPJ. Okay, so the question paper is our question paper. So we need to go to our bank statement and our cash receipts, what they're telling us about our receipts and payments. Okay, so here's where they're talking about our receipts and payments. So they're saying PT cash payments, which is cash book 2. So we're not focused on cash book 2, we're focused on cash book 1. So let's go straight into cash book 1. So cash book 1 here, they're telling us about our cash book 1. They're saying all electronic funds. Okay, so you'll read through this all this information. The same process the payments and receipts in the relevant journals. Use the bank statement and additional information to process the receipts and the payments. Use the bank transaction number. Use the bank transaction number as reference. So please remember this, and then give detailed descriptions including the number of the document of proof if available. Okay, so they're only telling us here that you must give a thorough, a comprehensive description, in other words. Okay, going down, and then we have our bank statement here. So you all can see the same bank statement of paid current account received for March. So this is our bank statement, all the relevant dates and details, kanjalo. Then going down, we have our additional information of the current. Some of the information is extracted from the corresponding. Okay, so what are you telling us, Kanjamo? The amounts on the bank statement are correct. Okay, so the amounts on the bank statement, so meaning all the amounts that are here are correct. We don't know about the ones that are here, but then all the amounts on the bank statement are correct. So use the bank transactions number for each transactions as a reference. Okay, so meaning this will be our reference, this number. So this is what they're talking about when they say we must use these numbers as our reference, and then give detailed descriptions including the number of the document if available for each transaction. Okay, so there's no documents here, we only have these transactions. Okay, so in this video we'll be focusing on our receipts. So we'll only be focusing on receipt 01001 until 007. So that's all that we will be doing. Okay, so before we start doing anything here, the first and foremost what we need to start doing is to say settings, and then make sure that everything here is correct. So we know that we need to activate text processing, and then you can use standard, which is 01. Our standard rate is 15%, so you need to make sure that you are on that, and then the amounts that we'll be putting on here, they are including VAT. So you need to click on that inclusive, and then increment referencing. So you can say increment referencing because as you can see our reference here, it goes 1 2 3, so you needs to increment, and then we can close. Yeah, and then we'll have something like this. Now we have our bank exclusive and our bank inclusive. Okay, so now let's do this. First transaction, they're saying the owner paid capital into the business bank account. So how are we going to do this? As you can see, we have our receipts, so this is a transaction. So we're going to compare the transactions with our bank statement. We need to compare the transactions with our bank statement. So let's do that quickly. So receipt 001, the owner paid capital into the business bank account. So this is capital contribution. So let's go look for our receipt 001 on the bank statement. So of course it will be up there. So here's our receipt 001. So we are focusing on this. So the date is 01/13. So let's do that. Always make sure that you're on period 1. And then they said it's first. The date is the first. Yeah, the date is the first. And then so the G and the C and the S, this is for your general ledger or your customer or your supplier. We know that when we are dealing with our receipts, we'll be dealing with our general ledger and the customers, if I'm not mistaken. And then when we're dealing with the payments, customers, because money is coming in. Money will be coming in from those customers. That's why we're dealing with our general ledgers or our customers. And then when you're dealing with our payments, mainly we are dealing with our suppliers. So meaning we'll be using GNS most of the time. Okay, so in this case it's capital contribution from the owner. You can leave it at general, and then you say tab, and then the account, it's capital contribution. So we're saying capital, we're looking for the capital account, just like that. And then the reference, they said it needs to be what? It needs to be R01, if I'm not mistaken, 01, R01 slash 001 slash 001. So that's our reference. This is our reference. So that's how you do your reference. And then description, they said you must give a detailed description. So what do they mean by that? We need to show that what was happening on this transaction. So let's see what was happening on this transaction. Let's quickly go back and check. So it's F Mboya. So meaning this guy is the owner. F Mboya was doing what? Oh, okay, into his bank account. He deposited money into his, not bank account, into his, what do you call this, into his business. Yes, capital contribution. He contributed money into his business. So what we need to do, what description needs to be, you can say F Boia, F Boia, F Boia. What did F Boia do? Capital contribution. So you can say capital contribution, just like that, and then you're done. And then tax, we know that capital contribution can't be charged. It can't be charged tax. Our capital contribution, it cannot be charged tax. So we need to say what? 00. Or let's confirm. You can also confirm with this information. So when you're doing your, especially your CRJ and your CPJ, if you're not sure that whatever transaction you're dealing with is charged tax or not, you can always go and look at your addendum. You can always come and check on your addendum. So let's see if they're saying anything concerning our capital contribution. Capital contribution. Okay, so they are not saying anything concerning our capital contribution. So meaning some of the things you need to know that you can't you don't charge VAT on your capital contribution. So our capital contribution needs to be 00 for VAT. So 00 being what? No VAT charged. So it's type 0. So we don't charge VAT on our capital contribution, and we can say tab, and then as you can see, we are on our exclusive. What did I do? Exclusive. So the amounts, you're looking for the amounts. So as we can see here, the amount is not given that how much did F Mboya contribute, but then the amount you can always find it where? You can always find it here. So F Mboya contributed what? Contributed 25,000. So contributed what? 25,000. So meaning they said this amount plus this to get this. So don't write this one thing 148,000. It's not the amount that F Mbuya contributed. F Mbuya contributed these amounts. So we're focusing on these amounts. The amount on our debit side or credit side. We're only focusing on those amounts. We are not focusing on our detail, on our total. So it's 25,000. So let me try to move a bit faster on this video because I can see that I've wasted a lot of time already. And then we say tab, and then we are done with F Mbuya. With the first transaction, we are done. We go into the second one. The second one, what are they saying? They're saying Dolly Shadrach, interior decorator. Interior what? Interior decorator rents space in the shop of paint. So this person what? This person rent a space. This person rents space in our company. So this person rents what? Rents space in our company. So F Mboya. not Fmbuye Toli, so it's R002. So R002, so that you can know how much this person is paying us for rent. So this is R002. So the date, as you can see, the date is 01. So it's also 01, it's fine. And then general channel, general ledger. So we're looking for what this person, they said he rents space, so it's rent, it needs to be rent income. So you're looking for what? You're looking for the rent income. And then so reference, it's already 02 because we said increment referencing. So we said what? We said increment referencing. So what was happening here? It's Toli Shadrach. So we're saying Toli Shadrach. I hope you all can see this information in this. So I made it like this so that I can be able to move a bit faster instead of going back and forth on the question paper. Shadrach, and then what was happening to Shadrach? He was paying rent. He or she was paying rent. I don't know, rent income or rent received. You can say rent income or rent received, and it's fine. And then you can go and check if they charge rent on they charge VAT on the rent income, this business. So each business is different. Some business might charge VAT on this, and then some might not. So you can always come in and confirm here. So here is rent paid or received. So they don't charge VAT on the rent. As you can see, we have VAT charged no. So they said it's no VAT. So you can see what 00, and then say tap, and then tap. How much did this guy pay? I think it was 8,000. Toli Shadrach paid 8,000. Yes, so it's 8, 1, 2, 3. Ish, let me just move this. Yo. Man. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. So you can say tab, so it's 8,000. Let me see if I can do this. So this will always be on period 1. So I'll just leave out this information. So like something like this, so that all the information here does kind of appears. Just so that all the information there kind of like appears. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, so inclusive they paid 8,000. So we are done with that. Oh, let me just make this one a bit smaller. I hope you still can see. I hope we still can see. I hope you all can see. Wait. I hope you all can see because I don't like what is happening here. Okay, now let's move on. We are done with Toli. So we go into number 3. Number 3, they're saying received 31,578 from Buffalo City for settlement of account on 1 March 2024. 1 March 2024. So did this person really owe us this amount this amount of money? So let's just confirm if this person really owed us this amount. So how do we confirm? We can always go and check on our you remember we did all these tax invoice. We have this tax invoice of Buffalo. So let's just check the tax invoice of Buffalo. Is this Buffalo Valley? Boom. For settlement of account as on. So it's 15, but then this person. Okay, so it's 15,000. So he owed us 15,000, meaning he also, as you can, I don't know if you can see this, but then it's 15,000. So you need to always confirm, guys. So I don't know if you can see it's 15,000 here, but then he's settling how much? He's settling 31 something something. So meaning he had an opening balance. Okay, so let me close this, and then you can always check with the opening balance how much did this person owe us from the beginning. Our opening balance. So this is what our customer. Okay, so as you can see, this person owed us what? 18. So let's see if when we do the calculation, if we'll get the same amount. So I'll only be doing this for this one person, just so that we can see that how did they get about that amount. 842,29 plus that 15. So it's 15 what? So it's 15,980,87. It's equals to 34 something something. Okay, so we need to also consider the returns, if there were any returns for this person, and then we also need to minus that. So I didn't do the returns for this, but then I'm sure there was returns. I'm sure there were returns. Let's see Buffalo City. Buffalo City. And then so the only returns that they made is to Mboia. Okay, so this one let's just leave this one for now. And then I'll make another example with maybe the next one that we'll get that's similar to this. That's similar to what we were trying to check here. So but then for now, we all can see that we just need to check that the amount that Mboia is paying, not Mboia, Buffalo City is paying. So we saw that it was 34 something something. So here they're saying for settlement of account as on 1 March 2024. 1 March 2024, yeah. So we need to confirm if this amount is the same as the one on our receipt 003. So 31. So as you can see, the amounts are the same. So what we need to do here, mistake. So what are we looking for, Konje? What are we looking for? We're looking for our customer, not our sound, not general. So we need to make sure that we change this here to customer. And then so let me confirm the date. If the dates are the same, Buffalo City is on the 2nd, so the date then needs to be 02. And then tab, and then Buffalo City, and then so the reference is fine. So it's fine. So what is happening here? So this person, Buffalo City, he's settlement of account as on 1 March 2024. Okay, so not all the information fits in, so we can say settle. So settle account, yeah, we can say settle account as on 1 March 2024. So yeah, you can see this. So that's your description. This is what was happening. This Buffalo City was settling their account as on 1 March 2024, and then you say tab. How much was the amount? The amount was 31,578,43, yeah. And then you say tab, And then where are we? Can I please quickly check something? Okay, so this is the person that we just finished doing now. And okay, so I don't know if I should show this again, if I should do this again to show you how they got this amount. Because I didn't consider the percentages, the terms, the early terms and all those and whatnot. Okay, so they said settlement of a discount if 5% within 60 days. So this was 03, and then as you can see, this is dated 03. This is when this happened. And then when did Buffalo City pay us? 02. Okay, so this is before that happened. So let's try to do it quick. Let's try to do it quickly, so that we all know how they got that amount. Actually, no. Calculator. Let's go back to our calculator. Let's try to do it quickly. I'm sorry, but then if something doesn't feel right with me, I can't just move forward. So what are we looking for, Konji? We're looking for Buffalo City. So let me just say Buffalo. Let me start with this amount here. The amount is 15,980,87 plus okay, so before we say plus, we need to take into consideration the early term. So it's this amount, 15,980,87 times 2%. They say 2% within 2,5 100, so it's 399. Okay, so I feel like I'm wasting time on this. Okay, so already we're running on 27 minutes, so it's fine. But then what you need to do to check that if this amount is actually correct, so all you need to do is you check your invoice, and then you check your invoice, and then from there you check your total from your invoice, and then you add this with your, but before you add, they can sometimes tell you that there's no discount on that, on the opening balance. But if they didn't tell you, so you can simply take this total and then add it together with the opening balance, and then you times that by 2%, because they said 2%, 2,5% within 60 days. So you times that by 2,5 50 days, and then you will get your percentage, the 2.5%, and then you minus that amount from the total. So what I'm saying is, you take this total, you add it together with the opening balance, and then the amount you get, as you saw before, we got that 24,000. We got that 24,000. So that 24,000, 34,000 actually. So that 34,000, you times that amount with what? With the 2%, and then you get an amount. That amount you minus it from that amount, which is your 34,000, and then the amount that you will be left with, it should be this. Okay, so but then let's move on from that for now. Because I know that a similar situation will arise, which is here where we need to calculate here. So I think here we have no choice, we need to calculate this. So we'll see it when we're doing this, when we're actually doing this calculation. So for now, let's just leave it, because I can see that we're already running on 30 minutes. Okay, so It's fine. Next transaction, what are we doing? Next transaction, it's receipt 01004. A fixed deposit of 25,000 at People's Bank matured. So when they say a fixed deposit matured, so it's either we make an investment or our investment matures. So when when we make an investment, this simply means that when we make an investment, this simply means that we taking money, we investing that money, we're taking our money from the business and we're going to invest it somewhere else, and then that investment will get our interest on investment and all those things. And then when the investment matures, like in this case, it means what? It means we got our investment back, meaning we invested maybe, let's say, 25,000. Now we got that 25,000 back. It's back into the business. So meaning that's why this is a receive. That's why this money is received, because we got it back. So how do we deal with this? So how do we deal with such? We simply say what? So let's see, it's receipt 04. So you're going to receipt 04, looking for receipt 04. So this is our receipt 04. As you can see, we received what? They're saying we received 26,750. Okay, so let's read the statement again. They said a fixed deposit of 25,000 at People's Bank matured and paid out with 7% in interest for the full year. So meaning, as you can see, we got 25,000, but then here it's showing that we got 26,000. So this 26,000, it includes what? It includes the interest already. The interest is already calculated within that there's interest in this amount. So how do we deal with such? We simply say what? Okay, let's say tab the date. When did this happen? 15. So we say 15, and then tab, and then we say G, and then we say tab, and then what happened? This money, what did we receive the money for? Firstly, they said a fixed deposit of 25,000 at People's Bank. So we got a fixed deposit matured. So we're first looking for what? For the fixed deposit that matured. So fixed deposit at People's Bank. We say enter, and then we say tab, and then what we need to do, what we need to do is what? To write what happened. To write what happened. So they're saying a fixed deposit People's Bank at People's Bank matured. So we can say what's happening in People's Bank. So you can say fixed deposit at People's Bank matured. You can say that, it's fine. So you can say fixed deposit at people. Is it People's Bank then? Yeah, People's Bank. Fixed deposit at People's Bank, and then they said it's 7%, né? Okay, so 7%. We can say tab, and then the fixed deposit. We need to what? You need to check that if this fixed deposit it's charged VAT or not. Our investments. Here's our investments. So our investments are not charged VAT. So we can say what? 0. And then say tab, and then the amount. So the amount. Consider amount you equal guy. Fixed deposit. Okay, so it's 26,000. So this amount includes the interest. So we're only looking for the investment first. So it's 25,000. So we say 25, 1, 2, 3. Say 25,000. So I hope you all can see this partition. It's 25,000, and we say tab, tab, and then now we need to focus on the interest that was paid. on our investment. So we're focusing on the interest. So this is still on the 15th. And then what did they say, Konje? They said they're saying create a new account, interest received on fixed deposit. So we need to create a new account. Okay. So the new account. So what we need to do is to check. Now we need the account code. We all know that we need the code here. So where do we check that? So we need to check. So our interest on fixed deposit. It's an income. So we need to check the last code on our income. So where do we check that? You can go up. You can come up here and then check the codes here. How the order in which they are going. Okay, so we have our incomes here. As you can see, we have our interest received, bad debts recovered, that's an income. Also rent income, it's a income. And then we have bad debt. So bad debt is not an income. So we have what? We also have the bad debt, and the bad debt is not what? It's not an income. So meaning our last income is the rent income. So the code for the rent income was what? Was 2950. So code before that is what? 2850. So what you can clearly see that the difference is what? Is the 50. So we can see what? Okay, this is our code here. It's 2950. And then we say tab. Description account. It's what? It's interest on fixed deposit, if I'm not mistaken. Fixed deposit. It's interest on fixed deposit. I'm sorry that I'm wasting so much time on this video. I didn't plan to waste so much time. Interest on fixed deposit. So they said create a interest received on fixed deposit. So on fixed deposit, so it's done. And then we all know that our interest on fixed deposit, the interest on fixed deposit, we deal with it where? Is it on the income statement or on the balance sheet? We know that when we're calculating our income and expenses, we calculate those on our income statement. And then so you need to make sure that you selected your income statement, and then you select here that it's what? It's other income. Just like that. And then you just save this account. So it's account 2950. So after, you can just simply exit, and then now you search for the account. It's interest on fixed deposit. Here's your interest on fixed deposit. And then just like that, that's how you create your account, a new account. That's how you create a new account. And then so we need what? We need the details here. So the details is what? Is the interest on fixed deposit. So we got the interest at People's Bank. People's Bank. And then you can say dash interest on fixed deposit. Okay, so not everything fits in. But then it's fine. They will understand that you're dealing with your interest on fixed deposit. So yeah, they won't penalize you for such things. And then you say tab, and then you can check if your interest, they are charged VAT or not. Interest paid or received, so they are not charged VAT. So make sure that we're on 00. Let me say tab. So the amount for the interest, as you can see, the amount that matured is 25,000. So meaning the remaining amount is what? Is our interest. So as you can see here, we have 26,000 that came into our account. 26,000. So meaning when you say 26,750 minus the 25,000, we are left with 1.1 1750. Yes, I think it's 1750. Just like this. So this is the difference between the 25,000 and the 26,750. And then you say, okay, so one more thing that I forgot is this. So since our fixed deposit, so this since it's in one transaction, make sure that the reference also repeats. It needs to be for ish Lord. Let me just retype that. C R 01. So it needs to be like this, yeah. So this please make sure that if, for example, here it's in one transaction, it's on this receipt 01004. So our interest and also the fixed deposit needs to be 004. Both of them it's 004. And then we say tab, and then the next transaction is 05. Timbongwe paid with a credit card for his cash sales. So Timbongwe was a customer that bought his things on cash. So 05, so receipt number 05, so it's on the 16, so we say 16 tab. So this is the customer, and then we say tab cash sales, and then receipt number 005, it's fine. And then so here, what do we need to write? What happened konje? Timali Bongwe cash sales. So this information I'm taking it from here. So Timali Bongwe paid credit card for cash sales. So hence why I'm saying Timali Bongwe cash sales. And then we say tab, and then the amount. The amount is what? 6,6193,90. Let me say tab. As you can see, is the amount here. And then what's next? Oh, I can't believe this video is so long. I am sorry that I'm taking so much time on this video explaining all the unnecessary things. Okay, so let me try to move. So account 006, receipt number 006. So we come and look for 006, receipt 006. So here's our receipt 006. It's on the 31st tab. So as you can see, it's the interest. So looking for general journal, and we say tab. What is this, Konje? It is what? It is our interest received. So this is the interest received. So what do we do? Let's see information. They're saying create account 2960. So we need to create another account. So we say add. So create account 20. We need to add. We're adding account 2960 tab, and then they said it's what? Interest on current account. Interest on current account. So we know our interest value, they also fall under our income statement. So this one is the interest on the current account, so other income. other income. And then you can simply say what? You say save. You say save. And then so you can simply search for the interest on current account and then tap. And then the reference is fine. So the reference is fine, and then the details we need to show what is happening here. Konje received interest on current account. So we receive interest. So it's interest received, just like that. It's fine. And then we already know that our interest, its VAT is not charged on interest paid or received. And then the amount is what? So we got 54,54. Let me say tab. Okay, so we are done with that. So we're doing number 7, receipt number 7. So receipt number 7 was also on the 30. It's fine. So let's see what was happening on receipt number 7. They said received money with a direct transfer from Grazia Fine Foods for settling the purchase of tax invoice on 13 March 2024. Okay, so what was happening, Mona? They're saying this guy is settling the purchase of the tax invoice on daily what. Okay, it's fine. So it's our customer, looking for the customer, and tap. Looking for who? Looking for Grazia what. And then it's fine. This is fine. And then you can say tab. So what was happening? This person is settling tax invoice. As on 18 March 2024-ish. 2024. Okay, so the date part is really important, so you can just maybe cancel out some of the things. So 2024. Yeah, so you can say settling invoice as on 13 March 2024. Okay, and then the amount. What is the amount? So this person is settling what? The tax invoice of the 13 March 2024. Let's see how much we got. We received 12,000. 2,34. Okay, so we received this amount, this money from Grazia Fine Food. So let's check if it is correct. So Fine Food, this is that. So as you can see here, it's 422,91. Okay, so this is something that happened earlier. So something similar again, it's popping up. So since this is the last one, so let me just try and do this proper now. So there's a difference over here. Of course, we can clearly see that this person is settling this tax invoice. So there's a difference. So when there's a difference like this, they could only mean one thing. There was a discount in between. So let's confirm quickly. So what did they say about the terms? So they said early terms 2,5 within 30 days. 2,5 within 30 days. So when was this tax invoice? So as you can see, the tax invoice was on the 13th, isn't it? And then when did this person pay? Was on the 13th, and then he paid on the 31st. So as you can see, we are still within that 30-day period. So he paid within 30 days. So they said if the person pays within 30 days, they need to take out what? They need to remove a 2%, 2,5%. Okay, so let's do the calculations quickly. calculations quickly. I've already wasted so much time on this video, so we need to say 2,5. We're looking for a 2,5% times this amount, which is the 12,422,91, and say is equals to. So this is our, what do we call this? This is our discount, the discount that we gave this person. This is the discount, so it's 310,57. So let me just write this quickly fast here. So it's 310,57. 57, okay, calculator. 57, yeah. So that's our discount. So if we gave someone a discount, you always need to show that discount here. You always need to what? To show that discount here. You always need to show the discount. So we've shown the discount, and then or you can simply do what? You can simply say this amount minus the amount that he paid, and then when you minus the two amounts, you will get the same amount, if I'm not mistaken. So when we say the 12,422,91 minus this amount, which is 12,112,34, you will get the 310.54. So that's what the discount that we gave this person. That's the discount that we gave this person. So I think that's where it will end. We just go back and see what we left out. So we are done with this receipt number 007. So that's our CRJ. So let me just preview results so that we all can see the end results. So you can say tab. Okay, and then when you preview results, all lines, and then you need to have something like this, and then they're showing you your total for your cash, your CRJ. This is your total for your CRJ. That's 109,689,21. That's your total for your CRJ. Okay, so it's fine. So I think let me just do this quickly to see if there was no discount or anything of such. So let's just do that calculation quickly. Can I please just do that calculation quickly so that we are 100% sure with the information that we wrote here. Okay, so we need to say what? Who's this? Buffalo City, if I'm not mistaken. So we're looking for Buffalo. Buffalo City. So Buffalo City, it's 15,980,87 items. 5% within 60 days. This amount plus, going back to the question paper, plus, I know I've wasted so much time on this already, but then let's see if we can get this correct. Buffalo City, so total it's plus 18,842,29. So it's 18,442,29, and then we get a total of this amount, and then times, they said 5% within 50 days, within 60 days actually. So it's 5% within 60 days. Who are we looking for, Konje? Oh, customer, which is Buffalo City. So as you can see, settlement account is 5% within 60 days. So we need to say this amount times. When you say this amount times 5% divided by 100, and then you will get this amount. So I think when you say this amount minus, and then when you will say the total amount, so it's cleared here. So when you say that total amount minus this amount, it needs to give you there's 31,578,45. So yeah, just do check on that, please. Do check on that, this amount here, because I've wasted so much time on this video already. So I hope this video was extremely helpful. So the most important thing is to get the knowledge of what is happening on your CPJ. So that's basically what is happening on our CPJ. So I made this video extremely long for no reason. But then yeah, that's our CRJ. That's our CRJ. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If this video was helpful to you guys, please do like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Yeah, so from me to you guys, this is goodbye. I will be doing your CPJ on the next video. So thank you for watching.